started a class, and the first thing the teacher said, she said, "Okay, I know a bunch of you guys are seniors, and this is a semester class, but you will be in my class and you will pay attention."
I haven't read a book since the 8th grade, man.
Welcome back to another episode of Off Topic, where we bring you real teen voices from real teen stories. And I am just so happy to have three very awesome seniors with me today. I have Ian, I have Reagan, and I have Noah. How are you guys doing?
They're pretty good.
Yes, I'm doing well, thank you.
I'm so glad to have you guys here with me today. So, if you all mind, how about you guys go around describing your activities, favorite one if you have one, and we can just get started from there. You want to go first?
Oh yeah, sure. So my name's Noah. I enjoy just kind of hanging out with my brother, with friends, and I do some SEA stuff.
And then I play basketball, and then I also like to hang out with my friends a lot when I'm not playing basketball. And so I've been playing basketball for around 10 years, so it's definitely one of those things that take a lot of my time.
What inspired you with playing basketball? Like, how did that start?
Honestly, it was just because I went to after school program and me and my sister did it together, and so we started playing basketball, and then we like started a little church league, and then ever since then I played basketball.
Wow, that's amazing.
I used to play tennis. Huge nerd, so I love like robotics here, and then I play music.
Don't you like produce your own music?
I do a lot of electronic, but I've been getting into pop recently, which is cool.
I'm a big Porter Robinson fan. Nurture is like my favorite album, so I definitely appreciate that, and I am definitely going to ask you more questions about that. How do you guys think like your senior year and everything being a senior may affect like the activities you guys are in?
Specifically, we have free periods, and so I found a way to kind of like balance college applications, free periods, and basketball, so it doesn't like none of it really collides. And so I spend a lot of my free periods doing my applications, and that's like an hour for each free period for each application, so it usually gets complete in timely fashion.
I think that's a really good strategy, Reagan. But
I like that. Yeah.
me, I probably wasn't as organized. So when I joined the SEA, that took up like a lot of my time, and so I would say trying to balance being a senior and like sports and stuff like that, it's doable,
Yeah.
but it's a little difficult. So I've been just heading to office hours more often, and then instead of just kind of goofing off during my free periods, I would head to the learning center.
As Noah can tell you, I'm even less organized than these two combined. He spent every day history class last year trying to get me to start using folders because I just dump everything in my bag. I've been trying to just spend more time with my friends since we're all moving out soon, and so I've dropped a few activities and such, spent less hours, spent more time just on myself, working out, etc.
I want to go back. You said you had to drop a few activities. Like, what exactly were those activities?
I used to do really just a lot of nerdy stuff. Like I used to do cybersecurity here. Uh, I'm not quite qualifying for the activity credit. A little bit, just a little bit shy. Maybe a lot of it shy. Maybe I haven't gone to the meetings like at all.
Oh no!
But honestly, I find it worth it. I've been having fun.
That's important. That's really important since it's like you guys are about to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely enjoying senior year. And I want to talk more about senior year. I know this is going to sound really vague, but when I think of senior year, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I can just like skip around. Like it really doesn't matter, and I can already see the frowns starting to form. But I know it's more than that. So what is senior year like?
I don't know. I say it's a lot more freedom, but a lot more work.
I feel like I don't feel much of a difference between freshman and senior year. Just I guess in general, but especially here, there isn't many privileges given to seniors, and so there's not like any difference, quite honestly, on how we're treated, like what we're given than freshman year. So yeah, it was overrated for sure. Exactly. So that was definitely hard because freshman year the seniors could skip the lunch line, and then now I'm in the back of the line with the rest of the seniors.
Also, I think college application season is like over, right?
Much, yeah.
So, what was that process? I've heard some more stories.
It was. I can't complain that much. It was pretty light for me in comparison to a lot of people. Some people apply to like 20 schools. I applied to like 5.
Yeah, which is
So, I didn't write that many essays, but I may or may not have had very poor time management and ended up doing taking a mental health day on the day before my early action applications were due to gear everything in.
Sheets.
Okay, what is with the green sheet? What is a green sheet? Because like, what's going on with
That's
that?
basically how you're telling the school to send your application off. So they send a part, you send a part, and then when those parts come together, that's how like your college application goes. So when you submit the green sheet, you're basically saying like send off your half. So when I was like supposed to turn something in November 1st, you better believe Halloween I was completing some of those green sheets that should have been
In a little Halloween
completed.
costume.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, no. Yeah, because I remember like I was in the robotics lab and I see people running around and just like lore dropping about the green sheet.
Do you finish your application, even though like it's not paperwork, the actual like part on the computer, it just feels like there's just more and more paperwork even after you complete it. It says like celebrate, but I'm like, I'm celebrating with the green sheet, like, so it was, yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Rip it up, make confetti.
What are your tips then for the college application process? Sensing a theme, don't procrastinate, perchance.
Don't be me, is all I'll say.
But it's not just
Okay.
you. It's not just you.
This ain't about you.
Yeah.
This is
No,
about you.
I'm just saying everybody has problems with that, bro.
Why do you think there's like procrastination? Because of your classes or just senior year in general?
In the application, all the parts are just in this one big thing. So there's this gigantic sort of monolithic thing of write this essay, then write this essay, then write this essay, then fill out like your entire life story from your birth to now. And it's just a little daunting, honestly.
Ask really specific questions that I wouldn't know. And so I would start it and then I'd be like, okay, I'll ask my parents later. And then I wouldn't go back later. And then that just became like days into weeks. And they also, I feel like when they explained the application process, they made it super scary. So I didn't even start until late.
I think it's not even your fault to where you like have to go back to your parents because they make it to where you can't easily fill out everything at one time because like there are things like where did you live like 20 years ago or like not 20 years ago, but like where did your parents live 20 years ago?
Yeah.
When did you become a resident of the state? So
Exactly. On what day did you move into your house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them was like my grandmother's maiden name.
Yeah. So
So is like all this specific for like a college, or is this like applications in general?
college, a lot of it is college specific. So depending on what college I am applying to is the questions that they ask, and it doesn't save because it's different for each.
No wonder you guys are stressed out. I would like actually crash out if I like heard someone mention that. I would be crashing, right? I feel like I may or may not know the answer. But factor cap is senior year really the easiest year of high school?
Best cap.
Cap.
Best cap.
Cap.
That's so
Cap. Cap. Cap.
I can't just straight say factor cap because I think it's depends on junior year and if you like to do all your work for one class in one sitting or if you're good at multitasking. I know this is a long-winded answer, but I would say if you're good at multitasking, senior year is probably for you. But if you prefer to just write an essay, chill for a week, then write an essay for another class, then I'd say junior year would probably end up like better for you.
First semester was a lot harder than majority of the other years I had. And I think also I went in with this idea of it was going to be easy, which made it even harder.
Is it the classes that made it harder, or is it the applications, or both?
I mean, honestly, just like the expectations, because at the end of the day, they expect you to execute your work at a senior level, at a senior pace. But you've been told, oh, yeah, like this year's going to fly by. I already got my applications in. Like it was so easy, but it definitely was not that. And hopefully the second semester will be a little different, but so far it has not been what they told me it was going to be.
Junior year was really light because I ended up taking really easy classes. And then, so going back to kind of a rigorous course load, senior year, plus like college apps and stuff was kind of just a shock to my system, I'll say.
I can imagine. So senioritis, it's definitely a myth, or is it real?
Not feeling it yet, personally, just because I barely liked it for like the past 3 years. So this year isn't any different for me.
If it's not real, I guess I ain't real because like I got it. I'm sorry. I already moved out in my mind. Like
You're already done
yeah.
graduating.
I see the paper in my hand, bro. I don't even.
Like, what classes do you feel senioritis or activities the most in?
I'm taking a literature class, and that's like a lot of essay writing and like a lot of analyze this, analyze that, read a lot of books, and I'm like, I haven't read a book since the 8th grade, man.
Temptations there, but the teachers definitely make sure that that doesn't happen. I started a class, and the first thing the teacher said, she said, "Okay, I know a bunch of you guys are seniors, and this is a semester class, but you will be in my class and you will pay attention." So,
starting off with a threat. Okay.
I think breakitis is a thing.
Itis?
Breakitis for sure. Every time the week before break comes, I'm not there. So that's a thing.
Projecting from your bed, you're just like not even like just sending a minion out to school. It's just not even there. What about with like you're in student council? Wait, what do you do? Student council. I'm so sorry. I
I'm
live under a rock.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I'm the senior class president.
Oh my god. Oh. So like, do you not get senioritis when you're doing that, or you're just like, I love it, so whatever.
Well, if I don't, people get mad at me. So I mean, if I do, people get mad at me. So I've already had people talk to me.
No.
Definitely, there's a problem with how many senior rights we may have.
Senior rights.
I mean, yeah, senior privileges. My bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? This is extremely off topic, but Ian, I want to go back. You're a music producer. Yes, you.
Yeah.
You have been chosen. You've been selected.
Okay.
So, when did you like start music producing?
Well, as seniors, our COVID year was sort of the end of 7th grade, the start of 8th grade. My parents were sort of very strict during that time about we can't go outside, because for a while my grandmother was staying at home, and she was sort of immunocompromised, so we had to be really careful not to get COVID. And so I was kind of locked in my room, not like locked in, but we couldn't go out or anything. And so honestly, I just was on my computer a lot, and I didn't just want to sit around all day like scrolling or anything. So I picked up making music and graphic effects and stuff. Kind of got sucked into that world. I guess you can call me chronically online. I guess you have to call me chronically online. Unfortunately, okay, yes, I got stuck. Okay. I didn't come out. Guess you could say I got senioritis in the 8th grade, man. Senioritis in the 8th grade. But yeah, I don't know. One thing led to the next, I guess.
Yeah. Assuming you were self-taught then when producing, and that's impressive. I tried to make a beat on GarageBand. I don't like music theory. I kind of ignored that, so it was so bad. So I really applaud you for being able to do that. That's super impressive, and you have to drop your artist name or something since we need to listen to that album.
Hey. Take that on Spotify. Follow
Ian on Spotify, of course. So wrapping up with the senior questions. Is it bittersweet knowing this is your like final year in high school?
Definitely miss my friends, and I think college comes with a lot of freedoms, but there's no such freedom as the freedom like under your parents, like paying for everything. Yeah, no bills, anything like that. So I'm definitely going to miss that. Being able to go out every day after school and just eat with them is going to be a big change next year, having to make new friends and stuff like that. So it's just like taking it all in. So it definitely is bittersweet, but I'm glad to be leaving.
To add on to Reagan's point, I feel like the last 17 years I've known one thing, and then knowing that I'm not going to see my parents every day, that's kind of like obviously more freedom, but at the same time, that means I'm doing like the dishes all the time. I'm cutting the grass if I have to or anything like that. So I think it is bittersweet, definitely. But there is sweet.
And then one about chores and stuff like Noah was talking about. I had to file my taxes for the first time. Just like just over like the winter. I had a summer job. And I was like, Dad, how do I file taxes? I can't do that anymore. I've been going here ever since like kindergarten. And so I've known a lot of people since then. They're almost as family to me as my family. And so it's going to be a little weird, like not, waking up every day, coming here and seeing them. Yeah. And so, but it's a new horizon. I like that.
As tradition in an off-topic video podcast, I ask one very extremely off-topic question. the extremely off-topic question for today is: if you could host a cookout or a party, who is top of the invite list? This can be dead or alive, celebrity, fictional. Take a minute to process it.
Beyonce. 100% Beyonce, the queen. I want Beyonce at my cookout. I just love Beyonce. I went to Beyonce's concert not a couple years ago, many years ago. Her On the Run tour, and she just ate, per the usual. And so that's the person who, if I had like a chance to meet anybody, it would be Beyonce. And so since I'm hosting the cookout, it's Beyonce.
I've been really into Maneskin lately. I'd take them, send them, like, hey, I have food, you have music. Let's all live and let live, give and get. Yeah, maybe drop an album, maybe put my name there.
Drop
yeah.
like an album like in between meal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I love that.
2010s, Des Bryant, and the reason why, yeah, I would invite him particularly because when I used to, like play the video game. I used to play this video game called Madden, which is a football video game. And I remember he was like my favorite player because he would always catch the ball. And so I would always that's when I really kind of became inspired to play football. And then that's what made me want to become a receiver too. So.
So your invitee also has some lore behind it. I love that. Yeah. I love that.
The most meaningful.
That's
no. Let's be real. Beyonce. I mean, everybody knows who Beyonce is at the same time.
You have Beyonce at your cookout, bro.
Like everyone's coming to the cookout, though.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the thing.
You're dropping an album.
And dropping an album. You're gonna have like a
release party.
Release party too. I love it so much.
Thank you
for joining me here.
Yeah.
And that is a wrap on Off Topic episode 3. Hey. All right. Thank you.